Hi guys, welcome to this session on Microsoft Whiteboard. What I want to have a look at in this session is how to use the whiteboard online and then the extra features you would get if you had the desktop app and use a whiteboard from the desktop. So first of all, I'm in Microsoft Teams and I have added a whiteboard to my team general, which is just collapsed out of the way at the moment. So it's in there, general, and then I've got the whiteboard added. So if I go back to general on this site where it's not there, you click the plus and then you just search for the app. So you click whiteboard and then it will load that up. So if I go back to this one where I've already got it loaded up and go into the whiteboard, you can see it loading up now. So this whiteboard is for this team, and you can share this in the team and you can share it in a meeting, and whatever you do, people can interject as you go. Now the features you get in this whiteboard are limited compared to what you get on the desktop app, but as you can see across the top there, you've got various pen types and the rubber. So if I click on a pen, you just draw a shape. So whatever you want to do with the whiteboard, it's totally up to you. So I'm just going to do this now because something will happen slightly different when I do it in the web-based app, and if you don't like that, you can just rub that out. So I'll just try and write my name, which is not easy with a mouse. So disconnected the S, but never mind. You've got the option there of a text, to put a text box in, so you can add text and then basically just type in that text box like so, and you can see there you've got options to change the color of that text box. Just change it, or not the box, the actual text, just change it to a different color, and you can change the pen, and you can delete it if you don't like it. You've got this feature to add a note, so again you can change the color on the note and then you just type the note wherever you want it. You can resize that note, it's not too intrusive. So very basic stuff there. And then shapes, the preset shapes, you can just add those shapes and do whatever you wish with them. Don't like them, you click on delete. Change the color, click on the color like so. Change the palette, you can do that all from that option. Now you've got undo obviously and redo there, and you've got a little cog here which is the settings menu, which doesn't give you a great deal of features, to be honest. And then if I right click, I've got a short menu to add a note and add a text, which just is a repeat of this up the top. Now where this is okay, where the desktop app improves on it is in the following areas. If I go into this desktop app, so straight away what you've got is a toolbar across the bottom with more features. So we didn't have the ruler on the web app, for example. We had all these. We didn't have this lasso effect either. So let's have a quick look at the ruler. So the ruler comes on the screen and it allows you, I've got a red pen drawn there, or pencil, to draw lines like so. So they're going to be very straight, and then you click the ruler off and then you get a perfect set of parallel lines. And then you can do whatever you want with this pen like so. Now the reason it's snapped into that shape is because I've got that set in settings. If I go over to these three little lines, you've got ink to table, so it's on. Ink to shape is also on. So watch what happens if I just try a shape. So if I try and do a circle, well that's not a circle, an oval. That was a terrible example. It makes it into what it thinks you're trying to do. So if I do a square, it's made that into a square, and then if I draw lines down that, it thinks I want to do a table because that's what it's got there. Look, ink to table, and then I can draw a line across and it gives me the extra thing. But before I did that, I clicked off it, you saw that there was a little plus and minus there. So if I try that again, do a little square, draw a line down, another line. Now I could do this, look, so there's a plus to quickly give me a table shape like so, and you can draw or do noughts and crosses or whatever you want in there. So let me get rid of that, I don't want that. Just undo that a lot. Now the ruler itself is a strange little beast because I'm using the roller mouse to change the angle of this ruler, and if you're not careful, as you saw there, it just changes the zoom on the roller mouse is changing the zoom on the canvas itself. So now that's horizontal, so I can draw a horizontal line like so, and then I can click the ruler off and do the same thing as I tried to do before. Not very good at drawing straight lines manually with a mouse, but then it snaps into this shape, and I need to take the pen off, so it's not got the pen, so I can actually move that shape like so, and I've now got the shape selected, so I can cut it, copy it, delete it, add text, alt text if I wanted to, and then you can click away from that. Now on the right mouse click you have this little toolbar, so it's got paste, nothing in the clipboard, add image. So that's going to open up your computer. Let's add a picture of myself when I was 14, so a long time ago now. If I resize that, just push that across. What you can do with these images, first of all I can like it, so I've liked myself. Then I can lock it. So I'm going to lock this picture. So it does that, it locks it. So now when I try and move that picture, I'm moving the whole canvas, whereas if I move this shape, I can just move that shape. So this is now locked in position, and if I want to unlock that, I just need to come back into it and click the padlock off, and then you can move that position, move that around however you want. Now another thing, on the right mouse button you've got add image, add note. So this is just a little post-it note. I'll just put my name in there, click away, and you can resize this note, move it around. You've got a different palette, change that color, like it. You can edit the note, so if I wanted to put my second name there, for example, I can just type it in like so. Now right click again, you've got other options there, a PDF. This is just going to be add text, so it's like adding text wherever you want it to be, and resize that or make it smaller and move it. But you've got the bin to get rid of things. You've got these ellipses at the end, which gives you some more options, cut, alt text. Now if I do that on this canvas, it gives me more options, so I could add a Word document, add PowerPoint, add camera. So let's have a go at doing that one. So if I click on that, it'll want to take a picture of me, so I'll just take a photo. It took it before I smiled. That's a terrible photo, but it'll do. Done. And then you've got this photo, which I'll make really small quickly so you can't see how bad that was, so it took me by surprise. You've also got on the right click the option to clear it, format the background. Let's have a look at that, format the background. So we'll go for, so at the moment it's on check, solid, just goes away, color blue, goes blue, and then you can scroll to the right and let's go for diamond and go for pink, and then you can click away from that. That's not a great color scheme, but it doesn't matter. So if I right click again, I've got this PDF option, so I can add a PDF page. So there's a PDF, doc1, don't know what that is, but that'll do. Insert all pages. So now this is what you can do with documents. You might bring this in to have comments on it. So you want people to add a note or make a comment on this. So you've got options at the top there to copy, cut, lock, as I've already shown you, like, I will like it, and delete it, and so on. Add in note. You might want to type don't like layout or whatever, and then that's your little note, and you can make that a bit smaller, or you can zoom it so it's bigger. just move this around so you can see it better and zoom it back. So I'm just using my roller mouse to move that around. If I right click again in this space, and you've got insert list. So if I click on this, it gives you different options: follow-up list, note, grid view, and preview. So if I go for list preview, it gives you this option. So just zoom this in a bit so you can see it. So it says type here a task, review AM or whatever you want to do, and then Gary, see it tomorrow or something. And then you click away from that, and then you can zoom it back out, and then you can move the list around. So this is to do with that. You make it as small as you want. You can like it, and so on. So you've got move, like, edit, delete. 3 ellipses, same as before. So let's have a quick look at these. That's the list. We've done that. Clear canvas. So if I want to get rid of all of this, I'll just clear canvas and it'll get rid of everything, and we start again from scratch. Now you've got the option to invite somebody, to share somebody to this with this. If I click on that, it'll give me the option. I don't want to share it with anybody, it's mine. This settings menu, where I've already had a look, active pen, ink to shape, ink to table, object snapping, all these options you can play with on or off. Format background comes up with the same thing as we had before, but you've got this option down here, toolbar location, where at the moment it's at the bottom, but you can put it wherever you want it really. Left, I'll put it to the left. And then I'm not going to select camera again. Let's just draw something, so I'll do a pen. Like so. That's the worst drawing ever. It's quite hard to do it with a mouse, so I'll just try and do a tidier square. So that's squared it up like so, and that gives me the option of the table again. Okay, so that's basically the whiteboard that is the desktop app. So you get more functionality. Like I said, you've got the ruler. Oh, I didn't mention about the ruler. I'm using the roller mouse to turn that. If you've got a touchpad, you can, if you're lucky like I'm doing now with the touchpad, you can pinch your finger and thumb together and you can spin that around, but it's a lot easier with a roller bar on a mouse. Now if I come out of this one and go back to the one in Teams, or in fact I'll come back to the one in Office 365, because in Office 365 if you click on all apps, you'll get this screen, and then the whiteboard that you get from here is the web-based app again. So you create a whiteboard and it gives you the limited functionality version, and really you want to be opening it up in the desktop app if you've downloaded it. But you can, because this is Teams, you can share this amongst your team or even outside of your team if you've got permissions. But this, in my view, is limited. You're probably best to go down and get the actual desktop app, this one that gives you the ruler and things like that, this snap to grid, and tidies up your diagrams if you're not very good, like I'm not, at drawing. Okay, so even triangles it does, so it's very good, it's a lot better. But that's all I want to talk about in this little session. Hopefully that was of use. That was the Whiteboard app and the Whiteboard web version. Thank you for your time. I'll see you on the next one.